afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Sports Box, where the only opinion that matters is right here. I am Mike Letta, aka Hammonton Mike, bringing you another solid but yet funny special about LeBron James. And you know, I got Brian here. We're going to talk about LeBron James because everybody knows how much love I have for the guy himself. But you know, I try to be objective about the guy, but it just doesn't work. In game one, when LeBron dunked the ball, he made an unbelievable dunk, came across, slammed the ball down. I don't care if you stare at the players or you want to stare in the seats. You want to get excited, I have no problem with that. But backpedaling down the floor to half court screaming, this is the reason, some of the reasons why people don't like LeBron, and he's a villain. Just like before the playoffs, when Steph Curry was announced as the unanimous MVP of the playoffs, LeBron James said, well, it was good that Steph Curry deserved it and stuff, but these are my stats. Just be humble, for crying out loud. Say Steph Curry was a good player, that he won. He came in third in the voting for this year, okay? So I don't want to hear anything about LeBron James about that. And believe it or not, he's not even leading his team in scoring right now. I mean, Kyrie Irving is playing phenomenal. And I'm going to get to Brian in a second. My point with LeBron James is, to me, his legacy is going to be that this guy, although he's a great player in the league, I'll never say he won't be, he needs a team around him in the way of an all-star team. Did it in Miami, okay, look who we had around him, and now he's in Cleveland where Lowe is doing it, Kyrie Irving's doing it, got a phenomenal bench. This guy is a great player, but needs some backup players.
Not even that, but he had to go to Miami to win a championship. But he won a couple there, and I don't know that he makes the guys around him better. I think he needs to have a surrounding cast. His legacy is going to be, can he bring a championship to an extremely tortured fan base in the city of Cleveland? Yep. No one's going to remember what he did with Miami with Bosh and Wade if he can't get this done in Cleveland. And it's funny, if you watch Game 3 of this series, he got hit in the head or in the face with his own player, dives back like 20 feet. I thought Sidney Crosby signed with Cleveland, played a little basketball.
He got shot from the third row or something. Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
And actually, he fell twice in that game. That's twice. Okay.
You're right in that there are people that don't like him. Comparisons to Michael Jordan, I thought were always just completely, not even a basketball guy, but to compare him to the greatest player to have ever played the game, I think is just, I think that people just want to see that again. Again, Cleveland's going to come out of the East the whole time. They were the only really contender in the Eastern Conference. It's going to matter what happens in the next round because they're going to get there.
Yeah, I mean,
what they do in the
I don't think there's a doubt. I mean, though Toronto played good in Game 3, and they did well and things to that effect. I don't see Toronto taking them out. I think Cleveland does go to the finals. But my whole point about LeBron James, listen, I'm not trying to hate on LeBron James, even though I'm not a big fan of the guy. And again, with the calls in the NBA the way they are, with Michael Jordan got away with traveling, Iverson got away with the carry a lot of times. LeBron does get some calls. The other night I saw him take a dunk the other night. Besides him getting fouled, he took 5 steps to the foul line. How do I know that? Because they reviewed it and they looked at it on slow-mo. And for God's sake, Van Gundy, can you stop wanting to have LeBron's kid, for crying out loud? My God, he's talking over every time LeBron says, "Oh, that's a great play." Oh, I don't want to. Wait, LeBron could be out there picking his ass. And Van Gundy would be like, "Oh man, that's a phenomenal play. Look, we got his finger up there. Come on, man, seriously. Let's get some objectivity for basketball, for crying out loud." I know the NBA needs a player of that caliber because now Kobe's done, and there's certain guys in the league that they can't really market. They got to go with LeBron, but stop giving me LeBron 24/7. That's all I'm asking.
It's going to keep happening though, until they get somebody else that can be like the marquee guy. Because it's all about marketing, man.
Yeah,
so.
And you can't give Kevin Durant the nod, even though he's a great player, but he's in Oklahoma City. You got him in Cleveland, who's not a big basketball market, but I don't know. I can go round and round. I can pop this puppy on and just go on and on about LeBron, but it doesn't really matter because, like Brian said, this is the state of the NBA, and this is what's going to happen. But
I think you have people that are rooting for the city of Cleveland to win, but not necessarily him. It's an interesting dichotomy.
Oh, I'm the opposite way because Cleveland and me, screw it right here, Cleveland. Sorry, family show, screw you. Because here are the people when he left. Burning jerseys, screaming, hollering, and I guarantee there's some people out there when he came back just totally flipped against. Oh, we're gonna win the title. We're gonna. No,
that is a fair point.
Doesn't go with me anymore. You want to be a fan, you stick with your team for the whole, through bad, through the good times and the bad, and that to me is awful. But like we said, it is what it is. LeBron goes to the finals. I don't think he wins the title. If they run into Golden State, I think it might be a little bit easier to try to knock off Oklahoma City if they get there. But if they play Golden State, folks, he's not winning another title. So, anything to add, Brian?
No, I think you're dead on. I think, again, Cleveland was the only team that were ever going to come out of the Eastern Conference. The West was just a lot more, as good as Golden State was, you saw some other teams that could be a challenge.
Yeah.
Not so much in the Eastern Conference, so Cleveland's just going to go to the finals, and we'll see what happens then. I agree with you, though. I think whoever wins the West wins the whole thing.
Well, the good news is LeBron has an opt in his contract next year if he ever wants to get out of Cleveland. So maybe he can go to the Clippers and build a team there and get Paul to play with him and Durant and you can get all those guys. Maybe he can win a championship with that team. Who knows? But that's all the time we have for Sports Box. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for some new stuff. LeBron lovers, please don't hate me. Watch my show. Subscribe because we love you. See ya.
Don't forget to subscribe.